Henshin Inspection presents Writer Tears. This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Prepare yourself for some biting Kamen Rider analysis. My grandmother said this: you have to be kind to be strong. Now, let's go writer chat. Kamen Rider Gavv episode 11 was another good one. It's interesting that they're dealing with this catfishing plot. They're dealing with this, dating scam type of thing. And that there's this other thing going on where Jeeb and Sheeta are going to be, at least Lengo wants them to be, put on the market, so to speak, in order to get into a marriage so that the Stomach family can become better connected in Granute's high society so that they can have better connections and, I'm assuming, corrupt Granute government officials in order to letting them have their way, let them do their, illicit or their illegal, drug thing with the dark confections, because that's basically what it is. And with this really interesting shot where the two of them, Jeeb and Sheeta, clasp hands afterwards after finding out that they're going to be, given the study material and basically sent off to go court and to get marry in Granute society. And I think it's pretty interesting. I like the contrast between how awful real families can be with how wonderful and loving and beautiful fan families can be, which is basically what we see with Yuma and Sachika and Hanto. And even Yuma cares about them, and he doesn't know about this marriage thing, but he does hear that Sheeta and Jeeb have been cut off and have been fired, and he says, you even fired them. It wasn't just me. You feel this way about, you feel like using all of us. It's not just me. It's the other siblings too. And Lengo kind of says to him, yeah, why do you feel bad for them? You of all people, why should you feel bad for them? They were awful to you. And I find that kind of interesting. He asks Yuma to show him his power, and he ends up fighting two of Lengo's familiars, and he takes note of how Yuma's familiars are different, and I kind of feel like the two Lengo familiars that he fought against were female, so I almost wonder if the females are the opposite gender, or if it's just random, or what, because Sheeta and Jeeb, they were together one time, and they put out a familiar, and one of them was a male, and one of them was a female, but I don't remember who had who, or who put out who last time, and there could be a psychological reason for there's a parallel, perhaps it can be drawn to, let's say, the shadow work talked about by Carl Jung, student of and sort of successor to Sigmund Freud. And he talked about there being this inner liaison, this inner person within each individual, and men have a female that they see within themselves, and women have a male that they see within themselves, and they fill archetypes. I think there's 4 for each one, and basically for the women they get an old wizard or an old wise man at the start or at the final stage. I'm really foggy. Anyway, I'm just saying there's psychological precedence for them being opposite, because in C.G. Jung's ideas and work with the shadows and things like that, he talks about how these representations of how we see other people, how we see the men around us or the women around us, we kind of, we never really get to know the real person. We see their outside, we see their persona, and we interact with that psychologically. It's kind of like, I think it's an End of Evangelion, or maybe it's Death and Rebirth. I am not the real me, I am the me that exists in the mind of you, that kind of deal. So C.G. Jung's thing is that over time, as a person matures, the way they see the opposite sex matures from just being oh, that's my mom, that's my dad, to oh, that's a really cute person I'd like to spend time with, to, or before that, it's this idealized version, so it's a non-sexualized version, and it's golly, it's super hard. I'm not feeling well, so I'm having a hard time tracking this. Anyway, regardless, as you mature, you get to see men and women, or men get to see women as full people, not just objects to be used or enjoyed by them, and women see men as the same thing. They see them as full people who they can have, relationships with, and it doesn't have to be romantic. And anyway, so I'm just saying there's a psychological precedent for there being familiars that are either the opposite gender of the person who makes them, or the familiars could just be one of the two genders, and that's also fine. It very well fits within Japan's more old school style period. There's a period at the end of that sentence. Anyway, but the action was incredible. Once again, I want to find out the name of the suit actor for Gavv, because he is doing amazing work. I cannot believe what they're putting this man through, because it's just fantastic. It's fabulous. That stuff up on the rails and that little mezzanine thing was absolutely fabulous. He was jumping on and holding onto the rails and fighting people, and even the familiars wrapping up the cord with their leg and then using that to pin down Gavv's arm, and just absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning, very visually interesting, fight scenes that are going on here. And it's just, it's gorgeous. If violence can be beautiful, this is beautiful violence, and I believe it can. And anyway, it's very, very cool, very exciting. I love this thing where Honto is now revealed, and Yuma kind of had reason to doubt him earlier, because supposedly he was on the dating site. It turned out not to be him. It was just a picture of his from the internet that got used. But he was kind of wondering about his true identity and his true intentions, and is he hiding anything? And then he finds out here that he, wasn't hiding the dating thing, but that he is hiding the fact that he was Valen all this time. And that's pretty interesting. I'm definitely, the preview says that it's going to kind of develop, and we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see what happens with that, and I'm really curious. We also get a glimpse of Professor Suspicious, Professor Sus? Does that work? Anyway, Kazami? I don't remember his name. Anyway, that guy, the suspicious guy. And we'll see what happens with him too. This is a really good show. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It keeps getting better and better. Junko Kimura is firing on all cylinders, and it's wonderful. I decided to go look it up, and here it is. Junko Kimura is credited as the writer this time as well. The director is Kazuya Horiuchi, and he's an eccentric-looking fellow with a big scarf. He's done various Kamen Rider series, apparently. Let me see. He worked on X-Aid, about 4 episodes, Kamen Rider Build, 9 episodes, Zeo, 2 episodes, 0-1, 3 episodes, Saber, 6 episodes, Revice, 10 episodes, Geats, 2, and here, so far, 2 episodes for Gavv, episodes 11, which we've seen now, and episode 12, which is coming out. He also did other stuff. Did I mention I'm not feeling well? Anyway, let me go back real quick and see what else I can find. Okay, so I looked it up. Yuya Nawata is the suit actor for Gavv. Let me find out what else he's done. He has been around Kamen Rider for a long time. Let me see. Oh, he's married. Very nice. Very nice. I am getting lost here on this thing. It says Yuya Nawata is a Japanese actor and stuntman. He served as suit actor for Kamen Rider 01, Kamen Rider Revi from Revice, Kamen Rider Buffa, and Kamen Rider Gavv, which is what he's doing now. But he also worked on Hibiki Kabuto Denno, Wizard, Drive, Ghost, X-Aid, X-Aid Level 2 in episode 45. He worked on Build, Zeo 01, Saber, Revi, of course, or Revice. Let me see what else. He worked on Geats, a bunch of episodes. Oh yeah, it's Buffa, duh. And apparently he was also a Kamen Rider, the spoilers for Gotchard, Kamen Rider Dread. So, oh, they've got Fates in there, huh? Lackey's, Clotho. Interesting, Atropos. Anyway, so yeah, he's doing wonderful work there on Gavv, and I just wanted to give him props because it's amazing. Really is amazing. A few years older than me, and he's doing great work here. Doing great work. Wonderful. Good work, man. Again, that's Yuya Nawata. So congratulations, sir. You're doing excellent work. Before I go, it's very important to tell you that I am working on getting my Growbug book finished, and it's about magical bugs battling monsters. So, kind of related to Karate Bugmen dealing with awful, awful monsters. The Growbug book that I have going, you can find out more about it at growbugs.com, GROBUGS.com, and you can sign up there. I'm not done writing the book yet. I did make big progress yesterday in getting the outline really nailed down. I feel really good about it. I'm intending on the next step being for me to go through the outline and expand it into actual fully written chapters, and so I guess I'm working on draft 1 now. And when that's released, you can find out about it if you're subscribed at growbugs.com. I'll be releasing a blog post there that you can get through the email newsletter, and you can find out when that's happening. You can keep up to date with everything I have going on with the Growbug books, and I have a lot of Growbug stories I want to tell. The first is a trilogy about a boy who gets pulled into a video game, and he maybe wants to stay in there forever, even though he has an option to get out, but he has to face whether or not, or he has to, face himself and see, is it worth choosing a world of fantasy over a world of reality, imperfect as it is. And I think it's going to be a really cool book, and it leads directly into the other books. It deals with his family and their family arcade, and the crazy events that go on there. There are cybernetic bugs involved as well, as well as these magical grow bugs, and it's a good time. I think if you like Tokusatsu, I think if you like Kamen Rider, you'll enjoy this story as well. And I'm definitely writing it for kids, but I'm also going to be writing it, with stakes and with, intense action and things being really cool, so that, me as a Kamen Rider fan would enjoy the kind of stuff I'm putting out there. And I think it's pretty good. I think you're going to like it too if you enjoy, let's say, Kamen Rider Gavv.